It seems like we did a complete 180 on both sides of the ball compared to last week against the Chiefs.
I think I need some Dramamine from this roller coaster ride.
Patrick Newell and Peg Newell, your hosts of Bills Bloodline.
Welcome to Bills Bloodline.
If you're new here, please check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and everything else you want to subscribe to. We'll take any subscription you want.
We will. Right now we have about 4 followers.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, that's up like 300%.
Please like and subscribe.
We'd love to have you guys join the family.
Well, we lost in incredible fashion to the Miami Dolphins, Pat. But prior to talking about the game and breaking down that route, what's going on in the Bills world? What happened this week?
So, yeah, we have the 13 loss for a moment. Let's think about how the week started. The week started, we were joyously celebrating the victory over Kansas City. A trade deadline came. We wanted people. We wanted a receiver. We wanted maybe defensive lineman. What happened?
Nada. Absolutely nothing.
Insert crickets.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. In the midst of that, we found out that Michael Hoyt has an Achilles tear. He's out for the year. During the week, we found more guys getting mysteriously hurt. AJ Epinesa has concussion, Christian Benford, a groin. And then we come into the game and there's more injuries. So no one's weeping for us. Everybody's got injuries, but it seems like they're coming at crucial times. And of course, Dalton Kincaid getting hurt. And I'm not like a stellar athlete, but I have pulled my hamstring in the past. I don't know about you, Peg, but the hamstring for a average athlete is probably 2 weeks. Given how he was like holding that, Peg, I think we're looking at anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks minimum, and he's literally the only guy that was getting open today.
And then to boot, 3rd round draft pick Landon Jackson went down. What's the second play of the game? Third play of the game, was it?
Yeah, so first series, I don't remember seeing 94 on the field when Tua threw that arm punt and Cole Bishop was able to intercept that. But it was the second play of the second drive. He got rolled up on a running play, and they went to commercial with him excruciatingly agonizing on the ground. He had pulled his helmet off, and he was just grabbing his leg and kind of wrenching left and right. Then we don't hear anything because the CBS broadcast kind of like forgot about Landon Jackson. And next thing you know, he's getting walked into the locker room, and we're being told that he's out for the game. So, okay, the Landon Jackson experience lasted exactly 2 or 3 plays today. So, and he was our depth guy. He's our depth guy.
Yes. I think we need to perform some type of football exorcism, or we need Peyton Manning to come and break the curse of injuries, not just the drought for the Super Bowl, but we've got bad juju.
So we have a newcomer to Bills Bloodline. Our nephew, CJ, new to the family a couple of years ago. He's married our niece, Caitlin. Unfortunately, he's a Ravens fan, but he is educating our youth of America. He is an educator. He is a father, and he's an all-around great guy and excellent dancer. CJ Hodge.
Yes. Yeah, he can cut a rug. I can attest to that. And he's a coach. So he's molding minds in the classroom. He's molding minds on the basketball court. And, of course, at home with his sweet daughter.
So Bills Bloodline is an equal opportunity podcast. We even allow enemy fans onto the show. Although I don't really necessarily, have any strong feelings about the Ravens other than when they beat us. How did you become a Ravens fan? Just what was your story?
So becoming a Ravens fan is kind of normal for me. I was born in Maryland in 1992. The Ravens weren't there, obviously. But when the Ravens moved from Cleveland in 1996, my dad ended up buying season tickets for that first year, and he's had them ever since. So it's just been a part of who I've been. I went to games when I was a kid. There's pictures of me when they won the Super Bowl at the parade. I got to miss third grade for a day and go to the Super Bowl parade. So it's
What's that like?
just been a part of my life.
Yeah, what's the Super Bowl parade like? I'm just curious.
It was kind of awesome, and I actually remember all of it. You know, you can't remember everything from third grade, but I remember skipping school and going to Baltimore
Awesome.
and watching Tony Siragusa chug beers on a float, and it was just insane.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
He
Amazing.
was funny.
Yeah, absolutely. Goose was the
Oh,
man.
So
yeah,
that
yeah.
was an indoctrination, or you just came by it naturally? I just got to ask that because I was like a organic Bills fan. No one influenced me whatsoever. So
I guess it was an influence from my dad. My dad's actually from Buffalo,
okay,
which is
that's
crazy, and wasn't like a huge Bills fan. Yeah,
understandable.
and then my mom is a Jets fan. She grew up on Long
This
Island.
interview's done.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Anyway,
My mom
sorry,
grew up.
CJ.
Oh, you're good. My mom grew up on Long Island, so her whole family's Jets fans. So if the Ravens never went to Baltimore, I'd maybe probably be a huge Jets fan. So we'd have other things to talk about.
Well, that's a good thing you're not a Jets fan because I don't know if
Yeah,
we would have
Yes.
given
tough
permission for you to
times.
marry our niece if that was the case. So,
No, yeah, it's tough times for a lot of Jets fans for sure.
so
Yeah,
I have a
yeah.
couple more questions for you. Obviously, you've seen Bills fans jumping through tables, and that's kind of our identity. We're kind of wild and crazy. We're blue collar.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
family. Tell us about the Ravens identity, your culture, what makes you guys unique in the whole fandom world.
The Ravens identity definitely comes from Ray Lewis and that kind of era of like hard nosed defense, punching in the mouth. Like if you've ever seen The Wire, that's Baltimore, you know? So, it's just the first thing you think of when you think of the Baltimore Ravens, you think of defense. And obviously they haven't really shown that this year, but the first thing definitely of Baltimore is defense and just a hard-nosed working city. It's small, but it's awesome and it's tough. And yeah, Baltimore's awesome.
This is a follow-up to that. Have you ever had those waning moments where like we all have like, why am I a fan of the Ravens?
Oh, it feels like that's every week. The Ravens, you love how much, or no, you hate how much you love them is what I always say, because
Yeah.
and John Harbaugh has the most fourth quarter double digit losses. Like the Ravens were up double digits, and we've let teams come back and win. It happened against Buffalo one year. It was like maybe 2021. It was early in the season. Buffalo was in Baltimore. The Ravens got up
23.
huge, and then yeah, and then into the game, it just always happens. So it's very funny. Like I'm never like, oh, we got this in the bag. It's like, okay, let's see what happens here in the second half because
Yeah.
it's hard to be a Ravens fan.
So I think we
Yeah.
got you beat
Yeah.
on Heartbreak though. So, I mean,
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
yeah, so
Relatable. Yeah.
so, if you go back and you've been a fan for most of your life, and what are the moments that stand out to you the most that, other than obviously winning that first Super Bowl when you're in third grade, what other moments stand
Yeah.
out? If you want to like pinpoint it to the Lamar Jackson era, you can do that too. Like, what is your highlight? And then of course, there's probably about 15.
I'm
Yeah,
definitely
there's probably a lot there.
I'm definitely a fan before Lamar.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
he is awesome and I love him, but one of my favorite moments was watching Jamal Lewis run for 295 yards against the Browns. I might have been in 5th grade, 6th grade, and it was just like every time he got the ball like 30 times, it was just like, okay, he sprint off for another touchdown. And I was actually at the game against the Steelers. I want to say it was a Monday night or Sunday night game. And where he was trying to break Eric Dicker's
Mhm.
record. He didn't end up getting it. He got 2,000 yards that
Mhm.
night, but he didn't break the record. But it was just so awesome to be at the game for that. Another heartbreak moment. This was fast forward. I'm in college. I was sophomore in college, 2011, and the Ravens traveled to the AFC Championship against the Patriots. And I thought it was a good signing at the beginning of the year, but your boy, Lee Evans, drops a touchdown in the end zone. Joe Flacco outplays Tom Brady in Foxborough, throws a dime to Lee Evans. He drops it. The next play, Billy Cundiff missed a 30-yard field goal. I think that was to tie it. And Patriots go to the Super Bowl and lose to the Giants. So it all worked out.
The sad thing about that
Yeah.
is Lee Evans was literally like our only good player back then. So
Oh yeah, no. So I went to college at Hilbert College, like 5 minutes from the Bills Stadium. So
Nice.
I actually worked for the Bills for 4 years.
Oh, nice.
Our basketball
How
team.
are we just learning this
Yeah,
about
no,
you?
it is a
What?
surprise.
Well,
Holy,
I
how
was-
come you're not like a
I was
My
very
life
excited.
has been my life's been a lie.
Yeah,
The
I was
whole
excited
thing.
to talk about it. It's
Wow.
like, yeah, for 4
What? What did you do?
for 4 years, I worked in the Bills Stadium in the Paul McGuire suite, working like the concession stands and stuff with a bunch
Paul
of people.
McGuire, the
Nice.
punter.
Yeah, the
Ah.
most like noticeable game I remember we were at was when they beat the Patriots when Ryan Fitzpatrick was the quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Fitzmagic.
You guys were
Yeah.
you guys were like on a hot streak, and then the Patriots came into
Yes.
town, and the stadium was it felt like it was shaking after the game, like leaving the stadium. It was an awesome
Oh.
feeling, just understanding what it meant for everybody there. It was cool.
Did you have like a little smidge of Bills
that's
fandom
great.
at that time, or just a little bit?
No, because
didn't sway you at all.
not at all. The Ravens were they were at the height of their powers definitely at that time, and the suite we worked in was nice because it had like the Sunday ticket games on the thing. So I always took I'll go wipe down the tables, and like I had one eye on the Ravens and another eye on all the tables. So it worked out.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So this is the question that we all want to know, and at least I want to know, because I want to know what other teams' fans think of our team and our best player.
Yeah.
So when you see Bills on the schedule, what are you and the Ravens fans thinking?
Oh, it's gonna be tough. Josh Allen is a hell of a quarterback. Absolutely. I think in my mind, yeah, no, he's a hell of a quarterback. In my mind, I'm I keep it kind of normal up here. I don't get too like crazy, but Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. I don't think there's a debate with that right now. But the two at his heels are clearly Lamar and Josh Allen. And they both do things that are better than the other. They both do things that aren't better than the other. It's almost like what you want your quarterback to do. Like Josh Allen is about to break the most rushing touchdowns for a quarterback.
He did last week, I
Did
think.
something like that.
78. Yeah. Cam Newton. He beat Cam Newton.
Yeah,
Newton's
something like
record.
that.
Yeah.
But if I'm taking a rushing quarterback, I want Lamar Jackson personally. He's more of just like
If you want a 1-yard sneak, you want Josh Allen, though.
I want Josh Allen. Yeah. So it's almost like the Ravens don't even use Lamar on that. We use Mark Andrews, our tight end, on like our tush push kind of stuff. Yeah. So it's if Lamar Jackson though wasn't around, and I'd probably be like Josh Allen is like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I would have to hate to say
For
it.
sure. For sure.
He did. Now they did get the MVPs wrong. Josh should have won it the year Lamar won his second, and Lamar should have won it last year. But
I agree with that. I agree with that. Yep, I'll give you that.
I thought that Lamar had like a decent season, 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, but there were several players that had better statistical seasons than he did. And it was more like a narrative because he had beaten the 49ers. They blew out the 49ers, and they blew out, I think, Detroit as well earlier in the year. So they
beat a lot of good teams that
and
year.
he played great in those games. So that was more like
statistically,
and that was like Josh Allen had the narrative last year too, that long run for a touchdown in the last minute against Kansas City, that diving touchdown after getting a lateral in the snow and then diving through the air, and there's like a still shot of him diving over the end zone. There's all those like Heisman moments, if you want to call them that. So
yeah, but then you go to like the stats, and Lamar's passer rating was like the best it's ever been, and he got voted All Pro, but not the MVP.
I know, that's
so
weird.
it was just like but But good for both
Yeah.
of them. They both need it for their
Yeah.
Hall of Fame trajectory. So
I'm
Yeah.
good with that.
check a box.
So CJ, do you have any questions for us?
Yes, definitely.
All right.
What was it like growing up losing 4 Super Bowls? Because I couldn't imagine that.
Those years, 90
Yeah.
to 93, I was in high school, and then also in early years, go Dolphins, not the Dolphins from this week, but the Lemoyne Dolphins. And it was just misery because everyone knew that I loved them so much. And, time is tough on memory. Some of us can relate not the younger folks like you, CJ, but um, from what I remember, I think we were leading in 2 of those 4 Super Bowls at the half. So I was feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
But going back to college, I was at parties with my friends, and they were house parties. They were contained because everyone knew that I was intense about wanting to watch the game and not watching it in a bar. And then everyone was just ribbing on me and just giving me guff, the whole time. Just when they lost, like there was
Yeah.
no mercy, sweep the leg. They just,
Sweep the leg.
they just were, and it was just brutal. And I remember the first one going upstairs, and our parents had a sitting room where nobody really sat, really. And I just remember going up there and burying my head in my hands and just crying.
Oh,
So I just remember crying after,
Yeah.
and I think I pretty much shed a tear after every single one.
I-
How about you, Pat?
I won't talk about the last 3. I'll just talk about the first one. I had my first job out of college, and I was living in Elmira, and I'd literally been transferred to this store like the week before the Super Bowl. So my manager, knowing that I love football, he invited me over to this house party. There was about 25 or 30 people that I didn't know, and every single one of them was a Giants fan, except me. Except me.
God.
So anyway,
Eh.
I felt like I was in the twilight zone at the end of the game, and all I can think of is that commercial "Want to Get Away," because it felt like a shadow was cast over me, and then I was in a void of I didn't know where I was, and it was a surreal feeling because I felt a palpable feeling all over my body when that kick went wide right, and I was just like, I think I don't know about you when you guys. We suffered some tough losses, but that was like our best chance to win because we were clearly favored in that game, and the Giants played a great game and beat us by 1. But that one, I was just that took me probably weeks to get over that game. It's like our whole identities are tied to the Buffalo Bills. Really, it's just a game.
I'm the same way
Yes.
though. It affects my.
It's not for me.
Yeah, no. It affects my whole mood. Like
Yes.
Kate
Yeah.
won't talk to me till Wednesday if the Ravens lose. Like, yeah.
Oh, man. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of family, it's time for a segment just for family members called Family Rapid Fire
Uh-oh.
with Mr. Hodge. And I can't help but notice, Pat, that as we work in high schools or schools, secondary school, CJ and I do, and you're wearing a 6'7" jersey, right? 6'7", right?
6'7".
If you work in a high school, you'll know, or a middle school. But at any rate, I digress. Family rapid fire, CJ. So this is what you do.
Okay.
So you just have to answer with one word, and a couple of the questions might be a choice. Okay? Are you ready for
Don't get me
family
in trouble.
rapid fire?
Can't promise that.
All right, here we
Yeah.
go. It's going to be fast. What is your superpower?
Teleportation.
Seahawks or Bills?
Seahawks.
Good answer. His wife likes the Seahawks. How does it feel to have your team win a Super Bowl?
Incredible. Unbelievable. On top of the world.
Okay. If Ray Lewis were a Disney princess, which one would he be?
Mulan.
Finish this line. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's your favorite Newell?
Wow. Peg.
Yes. And what's it like being a first-time father, CJ?
It is incredible. Our daughter just turned 1, and it is so much fun. She is just so I went away yesterday to Long Island for a bridal shower and a baby shower, and I had to rush home the same day to come see her. So I could see her in the morning. It's just like,
Oh my gosh.
you never want to leave her. It's just, she's so cute. She just does something new every day, and I have such a great partner in your guys' niece. She's so perfect, and
Yeah.
I'm very lucky
Kate.
to be a part of you guys' family.
Well, we're happy to have
Yeah,
you.
we're lucky to have you too.
Jinx.
Yeah, jinx. Oh.
I'm not cutting that. I'm
Oh
not
my
cutting
God.
that.
It's like we're the brother and sister
Mother
from the
and
same
mister.
mother and mister.
Oh,
How did we forget? CJ is the voice of Bill's Bloodline.
He is the voice.
Bills
He is-
Bloodline.
See?
Yes.
From the
Yes. Oh my
greats.
God.
North, what is it? Southwest.
The great Southwest.
From upstate New York and the
Central
great
New York.
Southwest.
And the same mother and mister.
Yeah, there's
Bills
more.
Bloodline.
We should
God. The wheels
Oh,
are
We got
off.
more. We got more recordings. Probably
Oh.
you're gonna get some CJ moments throughout
Excuse me.
the rest of the year.
Oh yeah, we've
Just
got
when
more.
appropriate.
Lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, thanks for
Yeah.
joining us, CJ, and can't wait to see you at Thanksgiving and hopefully before
Absolutely.
then.
We have to talk about this 30-13 loss to the Dolphins, the 2-7 Dolphins, who are now the 3-7 Dolphins.
And now we are officially 2 games out of first place in the AFC. The Patriots have a 2-game lead on us, so not a great game. Was there anything salvageable, do you think? Is there anything, Pat, that you thought was something positive from today's game?
Well, there was a couple moments. I thought that Max Harrison recovered from getting toasted early in the game, intercepting a pass later on. I thought Cole Bishop was fairly steady, although he missed a couple of obvious tackles, but he had that early interception. He did okay. Cam Lewis is filling in for Taron Johnson in the slot. And other than missing a tackle on Achan's long TD run, I thought he was pretty good. He came up and made some tackles. So I thought he was pretty solid. On offense, I can't think of anything good that happened there. Josh was not on his game. He threw to Keon Coleman 8 times, inexplicably into like tight coverage. 3 catches out of 8 passes. You know, you got to be at least 75 to 80% on the success rate to your ex receiver. So offensively,
Yeah.
our punter was good. He got some good. Our punter was good.
Yeah. Mitch Wishnowski,
today.
he had that like great 60-yard boot. That's something positive. Is special teams there on that boot with the punter. But I don't have much positive to say about it was a day. It was a rough day. Grading that offense. I never give an F to my students, and as long as they do the work and they were out there, they were working hard. It just wasn't their day. I gave them a D today on offense. And a D on defense as well. So many missed tackles, giving up the Achan. He was just eating them up, just devouring them.
I felt like the Dolphins were there to be had today. The game starts and they get a penalty called with 15 minutes on the clock after the kick, the kick was kicked into the end zone. They couldn't even line up straight. They got a penalty and then they call a timeout, and not one tick has clicked off the clock. I'm like, that's a team you've got to beat, because they're just begging. They're just begging us to just take control of the game. We can't even line up to start the game, and that's the team that we lost to today.
Yeah, indeed. I thought maybe a little bright spot. It was good to see Deion Walker back. He had that, he knocked down that pass from Tua. I mean, he's 6'7", over 300 pounds. I hope that he continues to develop and work really hard and make an impact. But other than that, I didn't have a lot of things. And like you, I thought Cam Lewis was trustworthy. I texted you that during the game. He is that multivariance player. He can make an impact on special teams, and then also now he's called up on defense, and I thought he did pretty well. Bishop almost stole one. He laid out to try to get an interception. I don't fault him for that. He's looking good. Hairston's looking good. There's some hope there, but I think we're exposed here on offense. If Allen can't get some weapons, if people can't get separation, doesn't make a difference how good we are on defense. We need that offense to step up and score.
It's kind of like a role reversal. The defense was struggling a little bit early on, and then they got a couple stops, and it was sitting at 16-0 for quite a while. And we were punting, we were turning it over, punting some more. Eventually we get a touchdown. Shakir narrowly misses like the 2-point conversion. So we're in there, and then Josh gets this great quarterback sneak, Usually he's tackled after a couple yards, but then he's just like, okay, I got 10 yards, I got 12 yards. He's just plowing forward. He's into their territory, and then he gets the ball poked out. And at that point, I felt the air,
Yeah.
go out of the balloon. And I think
Yeah.
it wasn't long after that Achane burst off that 58 or 59-yard touchdown run, and then it's 23-6.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, it's over. It's over. We just can't throw
Defense,
this in the
yeah.
trash. We're not coming back on this one.
Yeah. Defense looked absolutely gassed. And I know it was in the 80s. They're not used to that temperature, but it's they're professional athletes. So, you have to rise up for that. And I saw a lot of cramping on the field, and then you start to wonder, is that a hydration issue? Are people preparing? But it's just, we got our tails whooped. And, I think we'll come back. Next week we have Tampa Bay at home at Highmark. And what are your thoughts on that
Tampa
matchup?
Bay, I believe, is the division leader in the NFC South. They lost to the Patriots today in a tight game. It was 28-23, close game. They had the lead early.
Mm.
The Patriots went up. They got a couple long runs. They got a long touchdown from their rookie receiver, Kyle Williams. They got a long touchdown run from their rookie running back, Travion Henderson. I guess the Patriots are for real beating the Buccaneers, because I feel the Buccaneers are one of the best teams in the NFC. They have Baker Mayfield,
Yeah.
who was the number 1 draft pick in the same draft class as Josh Allen. He's not necessarily playing like a number 1 pick, but he's playing like a franchise quarterback. He's one of the NFL leaders in passing yards. He's got a great rookie receiver, Emeka Ibuka. They have great running backs, Rashad White and then Bucky Irving, and they expect to get Chris Godwin back, who is another great receiver. So they have some weapons there, and their defensive coordinator, or actually their head coach, Todd Bowles, was a defensive coordinator. He's renowned for confusing offenses. So I don't know. This is going to be a tough one. Coming off this
We'll
game,
have our
we look
hands
so
full.
sloppy today. How do we, clean that up? That concerns me.
I can only hope that knowing that potentially if the Patriots win, if they look like, they look like they're returning to championship form, like they're going to be contenders, realistic contenders. We have to play for our lives. We have to figure things out, and we have to plan with the bodies and for the bodies that we have available. And, I will never be a fair weather fan. I'm always going to root for the Buffalo Bills with all of my heart. But I'm not sure if it's going to be good enough unless we get some people back and kill this injury bug.
Yeah, and the Bills have, a state-of-the-art training staff, and it's not like they're doing or not doing what they need to be doing. It's just dumb luck with all these injuries, and it happens. And we just have a rash of injuries on the defensive side of the ball at key positions, and you're losing. Excuse me, you're losing not just role players, you're losing like essential players to your defense and offense now, with Kincaid looking like he's going to be out. So so what we do each week, we've decided to start this little weekly segment at the end of our podcast. We're going to shout out someone, something, somebody. And today my shout out is in remembrance of the death of Marshawn Nealon this week. He passed away suddenly at age 24. I believe it was reported as a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He was only 24 years old. So that was deeply saddening for someone of that age. And I just want to shout out the 988 text line. It's a helpline and for suicide and crisis situations. It's open 24/7, that 988, and it's available in English and Spanish. Just reach out. It could save the life of somebody that you love. So proud.
My shout out this week is for Veterans Day. Pat and I, our sisters Kate and Chris, our father was a veteran. He was very proud of his service in the Air Force. And Pat and I just want to remember those who served in the armed forces. We hope that everyone has a meaningful Veterans Day, remembering their family members and friends who served.
Well said, Peg. Peg, I don't think we have anything else today. Obviously, we're not signing off on a good note. We did lose, but there's always next week. So from our family to the Bills Mafia family, stay loud, stay proud, and we'll see you here next week on Bills Bloodline. Go
Bills.
Bills.